to consider and if deemed that the company be and is hereby authorized to allow, permit, enable, or approve investor or investors to acquire majority of the issued and paid up share capital of the company at a consideration and upon such terms and conditions as the directors may deem fit in the best interest of the company. 9 subsection 2, that the directors of the company be and are hereby authorized to enter into, negotiate, execute, and deliver all agreements, deeds, forms, and documents as may be necessary for the completion of the said acquisition, including filings with the National Insurance Commission, NICOM, Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, and any other relevant regulatory body. Clause 9.3, that the board is also hereby authorized to do all such acts and deeds, as well as take all such steps, including but not limited to executing such agreements and documents, appointing professional advisors and other parties, complying with the directives of any regulatory authority, which may be incidental, ancillary, supplemental, or otherwise necessary to give full effect to the above resolution and for the aforesaid business purpose on behalf of the company. And finally, 9.4, that this meeting held on Tuesday, 14th of October 2025, be deemed to be the annual general meeting of the company for the year 2023 by order of the board. Now we go to the notes. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare the meeting duly convened. With your approval, I'd like to request if you want my meeting to be taken as read. Thank you very much.
Speech.
I've been speaking, so it is assumed. Thank you, sir.
Group executive statement. Can be, if they want to take it as read.
All right. I now call on the group executive officer to read our report as well. However, all right. Thank you.
Now proceed to the agenda.
We now proceed to the agenda of the day. Business. Our first item on the agenda is to lay before members for approval the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2023, together with the report of the directors, independent auditors, and the audit committee thereupon. The audited financial statement have already been circulated to members, and I believe that members have had the opportunity of reviewing them. I therefore propose that, 1, the audited financials for the year ended 31st December 2023, together with reports of the auditors thereon, be taken as read. Thank you. I now call on the company's auditors, Messrs. KPMG Professional Services, to please present the auditor's report, which was circulated to all members with the financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2023.
No.
What is that? Yes, AC is not working.
Let me find out.
Okay. First, before we continue, I'd like to apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the temperature in the room. We are working on it.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Elijah Oladumoye. So I'm here to present the auditor's report on behalf of KPMG Professional Services. And before I continue, I want to, please, Mr. Chairman, I want to ask for your permission and that of the shareholders to just read the first two paragraphs of the auditor's report to the shareholders of Great Nigeria Insurance PLC. Report on the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements. Opinion: we have audited the consolidated and separate financial statement of Great Nigeria Insurance PLC, the company, and its subsidiaries, together with the group which comprise the consolidated and separate statements of financial position as at 31st December 2023, the consolidated and separate statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the consolidated and separate statements of changes in equity, the consolidated and separate statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes comprising material accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying consolidated and separate financial statements give a true and fair view of the consolidated and separate financial position of the company and its subsidiaries as at 31st December 2023, and of its consolidated and separate financial performance and its consolidated and separate cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standard as issued by the International Accounting Standard Board and in the manner required by the Company and Allied Matter Act 2020 and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amendment Act 2023, the Insurance Act 2003, and relevant National Insurance Commission of Nigeria, NICOM circulars. Basis for opinion: we conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the consolidated and separate statement section of our report. We are independent of the group and company in accordance with International Ethics Standard Board for Accountants, International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independent Standards, the ISBA code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the consolidated and separate financial statement in Nigeria. And we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with this requirement and the ISBA code. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Then I go to the last section. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. Compliance with the requirements of Schedule 5 of the Companies and Allied Matter Act 2020. 1. We have obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the company for the purpose of our audit have been received. The company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books. Penalties. The company did not pay any penalties in respect of contravention of the requirements of the National Insurance Commission guideline and circular during the year ended 31st December 2023. Compliance with IFRS guideline on assurance engagement report on internal control over financial reporting. In accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management's assessment of the company's internal control over financial reporting as of 31st December 2023. The work performed was done in accordance with ISAE 3000 revised assurance engagement other than audit or reviews of historical financial information and the FRC guideline on assurance engagement report on internal control over financial reporting. We have issued a non-modified conclusion in our report dated 6th of February 2025. This report is signed by Elijah Oladumoye on behalf of KPMG Professional Services. Thank you.
Thank you. Having heard the auditor's report, are there any questions which you wish to ask on the report? Audit. Okay, we'll take it together. All right. All right, thank you. All right.
Sure.
Having dealt with all matters, okay. We will take the audit committee's report to be read by the chairman of audit committee.
Thank you, my chairman. Board of directors, regulatory authorities, my esteemed shareholders. Thank you very much. What is contained on page 31 of the annual report? Report of the Audit Committee for the year ended 31st December 2023. In accordance with the provisions of Section 404, subsection 4 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the members of the Audit Committee of Great Nigeria Insurance PLC hereby report as follows. We have exercised our statutory functions under Section 404, subsection 4 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act of Nigeria 2020, and acknowledge the cooperation of management and staff in the conduct of these responsibilities. We are of the opinion that the accounting and reporting policies of the company are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices, and that the scope and planning of both the external and internal audits for the year ended 31st December 2023 were satisfactory and reinforce the company's internal control system. We are satisfied that the company has complied with the provisions of National Insurance Commission circulars and guidelines. We have deliberated with the external auditors who have confirmed that necessary cooperation.
We give thanks to God for this meeting. My chairman, when I got the copy of the report, I found out that the AGM of 2023. My chairman, let me start by this area. What the position of 2024 report? Secondly, when I checked the page 1 of the report, one vital information missing, sir, my chairman, is issue of a dividend. What's the position of the company to that level? At resolution 9, at page 1, there is a certain issue you raise about the acquisition, whatever that is there. Sir, my chairman, we need comprehensive explanation and the position of the capitalization of this industry. An area that you need our support for the company to move to the next level. When you shareholding structure, finally, my chairman, because of time, I will observe the back page. Finally, my chairman, because of time, I will observe the back page, the back page of our annual report. We observe a lot of products are running out, and we sincerely appreciate for that. Utilize the opportunity. Thank you once again. Good morning.
Thank you. I'm going to take 5 questions. We answer it, then we take another batch of 5. Okay? Sorry? Sorry? All right, sorry, please, just bear with me. We'll give ample time for everybody to. Ms. Anana, please.
With due respect, I would want to recognize my lordship before I recognize you.
Absolutely.
And the reason I'm recognizing him, I looked at his Gabi cap, and I wish I was younger. The chairman, very distinguished fellow shareholders, regulators here present. For the records, my names are Nona Ao. I want to start with the cover page. And it says, life is great. If it wasn't great, God would not have created it. Because everything that God created is certainly great. But when you then came to page 4, by the way, the page before the inside cover is the action. And then page 4 is the wording. He says, you are going to give peace. And I said, wait a minute. When last did we pay dividend? I also remember that when the rearrangement was going on, again, with due respect, you're a chairman and you made some promises. So when I then got to your page, or the page that you featured, which happens to be page 9, and then the MD's page, which happens to page 16, and I found that what you have put there as against chairman's statement, what you have is chairman's speech. I said this chairman is behaving like politicians. Because when you do a statement and when you do a speech, they are not the same. Very many times, speech are hanging in the air, but statement is what you can hold anybody to. So I will be hoping that the chairman will clarify whether this speech is the one we can hold on to. And if it's not, I think it will be very important that you give us an update. And I say that because even on page 150, which itself is also presented on page 1, which is the notice of the meeting, you talked about we allowing the board to approve a major shareholder taking us out. And I think that is also more confusing. And that's why I talked about the difference between speech and statement. Because if that is the situation, I also think that just asking us to approve will be tantamount to we signing our dead warrant. Or we have given you a blank check, go and do whatever you want. And I don't think that is the way we should go. So I'll be hoping that even if you take all the questions, one major question that you must endeavor to answer and answer very well is, where is our future? Because if you don't address it, giving us peace will not come in the manner in which some of us want it to come. Let me also tell you why that is my approach. Because if I raise anything on financial, I'll basically be wasting my time, with due respect. The auditors from this report, Elijah, I know you went to the mountain. And when you came down from the mountain, this report was ready as December 2024. So if the report was ready for auditors 2024, and the Secretariat also signed this report in November 2024, why did we need to wait for the tail end of 2025 before this meeting? They may look minor, but they are basic information that you must provide those of us who are retail investors, because as a board and the corporate investors, they also know where we are headed. On a final note, I also find that we have a new director, which the company secretary also mentioned. Some of us know him because he's been in and out of public glare when he went and took Odua job. But he's been appointed the director. I also want to assume that NICOM has also approved. Why is he not here today? And you'll be asking us to approve his appointment. Why is Yunusa not here? And you know why some of us will ask some of these questions? Sometimes it could be irritating to directors. But the question I've always asked directors, the question I've always asked directors, I know Yunusa, and I knew him right from his days in Finbank. If his daughter or son was to get married today, even if he's in hospital, they will find a way of packaging him to the point that he will be seated for the wedding ceremony to be over, and then they will take him back to hospital. We don't pray that he falls sick, but that is the real situation of issues. So I don't take lightly, with due respect, to people wanting to serve, and they want to serve, again with apologies, because I don't think there are politicians here. Politicians who are supposed to be servants, and then when they then get that authority, they become masters of everybody, including having to make sure that we don't even run on the road when we have one car and they also have one car. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, because, Mr. Ananda, please, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow shareholders, like I said, I will give ample opportunity for everybody to ask their questions. But because of the importance of some of the questions that already been asked, I like to respond. And I want to start by the last comment. My brother, Yusuf Abdulsarim, is ably represented here and is here. All right?
Until you approve.
Well, he's not even, this is 2023, so he's not on 2023, but it started in 2024.
So let me make a clarification. We are no more new to each other, right? I've been on this board now for 13 years. So, and I've had the benefit and the privilege of leading as the chairman for 10 years. So, if there's anything you should know by now, is know what I represent. I'm detailed. I'm also open. So when I'm at fault, I will accept. When I need to clarify information and put the record straight, I will also do so. And permit me to say, my father would not allow me, would not accept me if I didn't mention. I'm an Ekiti man. I'm a straight shooter. Thank you. Mr. Yunusa is not a board member for the 2023 year of accounts. Well, it's so much happened that time has lapsed. If we had done this when we need to do it, he would not be there. So that is why we cannot ask him to sit with us here. Yes, you are right. In 2024, Odua presented their nominee. And as it is standard, that nominee needs to be approved by NICON. And once NICON approved the nominee can participate subject to approval of the board. Of the shareholders. And it is in a general meeting that we can do that. And if you look at the agenda, we are doing that today. So I hope that part. And I also want you to know that Mr. Yunusa has been a very formidable member of the board, both in the participation, because he has never missed any meeting, and is in the quality of his contribution. And ladies and gentlemen, if you take time to read his bio, you will know it's an asset to the group. You told me to be politician sometimes. I read between the lines. Mr. Yunusa, may you please stand up for recognition? Thank you. All right. Now, again, for the second important question. All the questions are important, so I'm just taking them in a logical order. Why are we doing 2023 account AGM now, and what is happening to 2024? All right. Firstly, you are right in the date and timestamps of the auditors when the accounts was ready, and the board meets with the accounts and we approve. Statutorily, once we approve, it goes to NICON. NICON goes back and forth in queries, back and forth, until NICON approves the account is not yet an account for public consumption. And if you also look at the the report on page 143, you will see the date NICON approved, which is January 30, 2025. Okay? When January 2025, at the end of January, we were right in the middle of concluding our 2024 accounts. So we felt if you can come back, it will save time and money, your money. And that was our intention. Until we enter another back and forth with NICON, which is their statutory right to query. Because until they are satisfied, append their signature on it. That is the reason why we delayed 2023 AGM. We had hoped that we will have the 2, we don't. And in order not to continue waiting, that's why we did it. If you remember, ladies and to move to dividend. And that was our retained earnings. And I said we will clear it in that particular coming year's operations. And we did clear it. Wow. We did it. Yeah. All right? We did. Now, as you guys will know, ladies and gentlemen, business is a continuum. We are in the same boat in that I also am a shareholder. I'm not just chairman. I'm a shareholder. I put my money. I pray that my life is sustained by the director's fee. I pray. Because by providence, I sit on other boards. If I accept the same level of rights and I start it here, you guys will blame me. Mr. Aluko, we do not have to come and finish what we have here. So what I'm saying in essence is that we, at this side of the table, are very cautious and meticulous in what we are doing. The toppings on the food, which I think should be germane to you, as it is to me, is that NICON has said 2026 January. July 2026, sorry. You are either alive or you are dead. And I hope you also know the quantum of what they call that alive. In the past 13 years, it's been a sleepless night for those of us at the board. One, the legacy company that was handed over to us by our forefathers, how do we continue to make it great? And I'm proud to stay here today that GNI is great. GNI has had its own share of troubles, but we are out of the wood. And I'm making boldly here now, as your chairman, representing you owners of the company, ably supported by my board members, that we will meet recapitalization before July. So, come July 2026, GNI will be alive and strong. Now, a very important question also that you ask, sir. Does this, no, it is important to us to answer these questions so that we are all on the same page. Does this recapitalization mean that we are going to take us out? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We also recognize that we are together, but we're not on the same levels. Some people might felt, I have tried enough. Can I have an exit plan? All right? And you notice that we provided that exit plan. But I'm happy to also mention that majority of you say, no, I am staying. Mr. Aluko, where are you carrying us to? We are going together. And at this side, we also make that commitment. But if I sit down here and I pretend to you that it is easy to raise money, I'm lying. Particularly, not just the condition of the economy, but with the recapitalization plan. But we've worked tirelessly, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's why I'm saying, barring any unforeseen circumstances, come July, we will be one of the companies standing as GNI PLC. Not another name. GNI PLC. All right? Yeah, I will leave this up. No. This one I will pack it later. All right, so I'm going to give another set of 5 people. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will make one last statement. It is important to note that as we put steps to conclude ensuring GNI start its next chapter, it is possible that the face you see here might not be the same face again. That is business. All right? But I can assure you, some of us here will still be there. And all of you here will still be here. There is nothing called majority or minority. Because if you are a minority, if you want me to ignore you, I won't be coming here. But with your minority share, I will have to come and ask you. And I will have to listen to your question, and I will have to answer them satisfactorily with respect. And at the same time, show you the vision of where we are going. A lot of us have read the new act. I'm a businessman in my blood. I came to GNI because I believe in what the insurance company portrayed for this company, for this country. I have business outside the country, and I know the value of insurance. But I believe the new act creates a foundation that we can use to maximize that promise. And as your chairman, the only job that I have with my team at the board is to navigate that path and present to you a vision that allows us to take advantage of that. As much as possible, without being authoritarian, accommodate those who want to be on board. That is why the process is big, a long term. But I think in the life of a company, what matters is progress. So I can strongly tell you that I believe in what we are doing. I believe that God is on our side and has favored us. And that any member, any shareholder who has a solution because the solution is never enough. If you have a suggestion or you have a party or yourself that you want to help us to attain this, it's 25 billion, right?
Yeah, 25 billion. Minimum.
And you can see the accounts. You know where we are now. So if we are going to jump, we are 12, are we? If we are going to jump from where we are now, 25 billion, it's God's favor, all right, and the work of the board. And we assure you that we'll do it. Thank you. And thank you for agreeing for us to make progress. Thank you so much. Having dealt with all matters raised, I am pleased to inform the general meeting that the shareholders have received and considered the audit committee report and are satisfied. I now propose the resolution that the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2023, the report of the directors, together with the report of the independent auditors and the audit committee, thereon be and is hereby approved. Will a shareholder please rise and second the motion? I recognize my brother. Don't forget, please let us know your name.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Board of Directors, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Jibuno Godfrey Uche. I am the National Youth Leader of Shareholders Association of Nigeria. I hereby support that motion.
Thank you. I now put the resolution to the meeting. May I now call on the members to vote on the... I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Will shareholders please cast their attention to the screen? The voting instruction is being displayed.
Okay.
On the voting card, 1 represents yes, 2 represents no, and 3 represents abstain. Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Press 3 for abstain. Voting for a resolution commences and ends in 30 seconds. Voting results will be displayed immediately each voting session ends. Results will be displayed in shareholding percentage and unit voting. Electronic voting devices make voting convenient, fast, and secure. Thank you for participating in this important decision-making process.
The resolution is now being displayed. And the timer is up. Please vote to approve the audited financial statements. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up. We have 18 seconds left. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 to abstain. The resolution is still up. Voting has ended. We have 3,269,391,000 units, which represents 100% of the shares voted. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Let's have one meeting, please. Item number 2 on our agenda, to approve the appointment of Mr. Yusuf Abdurrahim, representing Odua Investment Limited as a non-executive director. Odua Investment Limited is one of our major shareholders of our company and is qualified to nominate a representative to the board of the company. Accordingly, Odua has nominated Mr. Yunusa Abdurrahman to the board of the company, subject to the approval of the shareholders at this meeting. The profile of Mr. Yunusa has been made available in the annual report earlier circulated and on the company's website. In accordance with the provisions of Section 273 and 283 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and Article 76 of the Articles of Association of the company, Mr. Yunusa is eligible for election and hereby seek election as the director of the company. Mr. Yunusa, kindly stand up again for recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Yunusa. Can someone please move a motion that Mr. Yunusa be elected as the director of our company? I call Madam.
I so move. My name is Elijah Sarata Yabode Balogun. I so move.
Seconder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I, Engineer Abidin Shafa, second the motion.
May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? Please, let's have an order. Madam, please rest assured that my eyes is wide and I see far, and I have not called one person twice. There is a limited number of need, and my glasses are working well. Even though the heat is much, I'm considering everybody. Thank you. Registrars, please, let's have a poll vote.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up on display, and the timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 to abstain. The timer is up. Please vote to elect Mr. Yunusa. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is still up. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,827,000 in favor of the vote and 1,000 against, which translates to 100% in favor of the vote. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I declare the motion carried unanimously. We now welcome Mr. Yunusa to please join us. Nice to see you. Moving on, item number 3, to re-elect directors in place of those retiring. In accordance with Section 285 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and Article 76 of the Articles of Association of the company, Mr. Badia Luko, Mr. Akin Ajayi, Mr. Sam Karim are due to retire this year and being eligible for re-election, seek to be re-elected as directors of the company. Fellow shareholders, since the next item on the agenda concerns me in person and my re-election, I will now hand over to the company secretary to proceed.
Can someone please move a motion that Mr. Bade Aluko be re-elected as a director of GNI?
Thank you, ma. I so move. My name is Mrs. C.O. Obidei, National Coordinator of Ark of God Shareholder Association.
Okay.
Thank you, my CS. May God bless you. I, Mrs. A.O. Odusanya, I rise to second the motion.
Thank you. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Registrars, please.
Thank you, ma'am. The resolution is up on display, and the timer is up. Please vote to re-elect Mr. Bade Aluko. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is still up. Please vote. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,814,000 units in favor of the resolution, which translates to 100% of the vote. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, registrars. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Thank you. I will hand over to the chairman now.
Thank you, Mrs. Bakare. Can someone please move a motion that Mr. Akin Ajayi be re-elected as the director? The gentleman at the back.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Salah Mohammed Adebanjo. I move the motion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Would the shader please rise and second the motion?
Aziz Lukman is the name. I second the motion.
May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up, and the timer is on. Please vote to re-elect Mr. Akin Ajayi. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 on your device for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is still up. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,391,000 units in support of the resolution, and we have 434,000 against the resolution, which translates to 100% in favor of the resolution and 0% against the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, madam. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Moving on. Can someone please move a motion that Mr. Sam Karim be re-elected as a director? The gentleman in red.
EFCC will answer that.
No, don't worry.
Thank you, Chairman. Ibekwe Robert Adenoba, a shareholder. I stand to move that motion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Will the shareholder please rise and second the motion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. The name is Abayomi Adebayo. I second that motion. Thank you very much.
May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registers to conduct
Thank
the
you,
poll.
Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up on display. The timer is up. Please vote to re-elect Mr. Sam Karim. Please vote. Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Press 3 to abstain. 1 for yes. 2 for no. And 3 to abstain. The timer is still up. Please vote. 1 for yes. 2 for no. And 3 to abstain. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,792,000 units in support of the resolution and 1,000 units against the resolution. This translates to 100% in favor of the resolution and 0% against the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Item 4, to authorize directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. Under Section 408 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, and in line with the appointment of the auditors, KPMG professionals, the Act requires that the General Meeting authorizes that their remuneration be fixed by the directors. I hereby move that the directors be and are hereby authorized to fix the remuneration of the auditors. Will the shareholder please rise and second the resolution? The gentleman in yellow. Yes, you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I was about reporting you to the governor of Ekiti State. My name is Erin Folami Gafar, the youngest shareholder in this hall. So I second the motion. Thank you.
May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrar to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up on display, and the timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up. Please vote to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. Please vote. 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 to abstain. The timer is still up. Please vote. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,422,000 units in support of the resolution. We have 3,000 units against the resolution, and 404,000 units abstained from the resolution. This translates to 100% in favor of the resolution, 0% against the resolution, and 0% abstained from the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Registrar. Fellow shareholders, please let's have a meeting. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Moving on, item number 5 of the agenda, the disclosure of remuneration of the managers of the company. In line with Section 257 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act of 2020, the compensation of managers of the company shall be disclosed to the members of the company at the annual general meeting. The board hereby discloses the remuneration of the managers of the company in line with the disclosures in the annual accounts circulated and as may be increased as the exigencies of the business dictate until the next AGM. Item number 6, to elect members of the Statutory Audit Committee. Item number 6 on the agenda is the election of the shareholders members of the Audit Committee. The Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides that an audit committee should be established by a public company. Members of the Statutory Audit Committee shall not be entitled to remuneration and shall be elected annually. Our Audit Committee consists of 3 representatives of the shareholders and 2 directors representing the board. The Board of Directors has elected its own representatives, and they are Mr. Akin Ajayi, Mr. Sam Karim. You are to elect 3 representatives of the shareholders into the audit committee in accordance with section 238 and section 404 subsection 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. The following 3 nominees of the shareholders were received. Mrs. Christy Vincent Walaka. Mrs. Bisi Bakare. Dr. Adio Olaoluwa Simon. Together with the 2 nominees of the directors, Mr. Akin Ajayi and Mr. Sam Karim, shall be constituted into the audit committee for the financial year ended 31/2024. By the actions of the board and shareholders in compliance with section 359, subsection 4 and 5 of CAMA, I now propose that 1. Mr. Akin Ajayi, Mr. Sam Karim, representing the directors, Mrs. Christy Vincent Walaka, Mrs. Bisi Bakare, Dr. Adio Olaoluwa Simon, representing the shareholders, B, and are hereby constituted into and elected members of the audit committee of the company for the financial year ended December 31, 2024. Will a shareholder please second the resolution to constitute this committee? Sorry, please, before I'm accused of gender inequality. Madam, please, bear with me, men.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Motorayo Kudrat. I support the motion.
Thank you, madam. May I now call upon members by show of hands to indicate, first, those in favor, including us. Those against? Thank you. I declare the resolution unanimously carried. Thank you. A clap for the committee, please.
Special business.
Moving on, special business. Approval of directors' remuneration. The next item of the agenda concerns the remuneration of the directors. As the item concerns me, the chairman, it is my pleasure to invite the company secretary to conduct this part of the proceedings.
I hereby move that the board be and is hereby authorized to fix the remuneration of directors of the company. Will a shareholder please second the motion by raising up his or her right hand?
Thank you so much. My acting chairman. My name is Comrade Babatunde Elekede. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I now call on the members to vote on the resolution by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll. Registrars, please.
Thank you, ma'am. The resolution is up on display and timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up on display. The resolution is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,000,000 269,257,000 units in support of the resolution, 0 units against the resolution, and 1,000 units abstained from the resolution. This translates to 100% in favor of the resolution, 0% against the resolution, and 0% abstained from the resolution. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, registrars. I declare the motion carried unanimously. I now hand over to the chairman.
Thank you, Mrs. Bakare. Moving on to item number 8, to elect Archbishop Felix Alaba Job, who has attained the age of 70 years since the last meeting and is eligible for re-election as a non-executive director. Special notice has been given in line with Section 282 of CAMA 2020 that Archbishop Felix Alaba Job, who has attained the age of 70 years since the last meeting, is eligible for re-election. I hereby move that Archbishop Felix Alaba Job, who has attained 70 years since the last general meeting, be re-elected as a non-executive director of the company. Can someone please move a motion that Archbishop Alaba Job be re-elected as a non-director? At the back, the man in green cap.
Okay. Chairman, thank you very much. At least you called those of all at the last seat here. Thank you very much. My name is Bello Kazim Owunikoko. I move that motion. Thank you very much.
Would a shareholder please rise to second the motion? I'll take from the back, the man in suit.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wole Agbola is my name. I hereby second the motion.
Name again?
Wole Agbola. Wole Agbola. Agboola. Thanks.
1 minute, please. May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrar to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up on display and the timer is up. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 to abstain. To re-elect Archbishop Felix Alaba, please vote. 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 to abstain. The timer is still on. Please vote. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,834,000 units in support of the resolution and 1,000 units against the resolution. This translates to 100% in support of the resolution and 0% against the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Registrar. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Fellow shareholders, special announcement. There is a vehicle that is blocking others outside. The registration number is AP571CU. Please, we need you to repark. I don't know what the make of the car is. I will read the registration. It's a space shuttle. AP571CU. Thank you. I think if I say that the car is being stolen, the owner will be outside. Thank you. Moving on, item number 9, to consider and if deemed fit, approve the following as a special resolution. 1, that the company be and is hereby authorized to allow, permit, enable, or approve investors to acquire majority of the issued and paid up shares capital of the company at a consideration and upon such items upon such terms and conditions as the directors may deem fit in the best interest of the company. I hereby move that the company be and is hereby authorized to allow, permit, enable, or approve investors to acquire majority of the issued and paid up share capital of the company at the consideration and upon such terms and conditions as the directors may deem fit in the best interest of the company. Point of order.
My chairman, on the area you read to us, something is unclear to us. Is it on issue shares or the one that is already issued? Because what we observe that the authorized share capital are so bosom, there are some unissued share on grant that you want to roll out or issue. Thank you.
Unissued, please. Stand corrected. Yes.
I think we'll be going astray if we talk about unissued shares. Unissued shares have stopped to exist as far back as. So I don't think that would be correct.
Thank you.
And that's why I raised the question whether you wanted to buy us out.
No, okay. Thank you for the clarification. I think what is important to note here is that there are technicalities. The primary important thing is that we need to accept new members, new investors. If we need to increase the share capital to accommodate that, we will do it. And that's what I'm asking, that the shareholders allow us to do what is necessary to achieve that goal within the law, within the ambit of the law. Is that clarification okay? Can we please remember I said earlier, I said we created opportunity for people who may choose to exit. And I was happy that you choose to stand with us. I also said earlier, we are open to people who may want to increase or introduce new people. So, in both scenarios, there are rules governing share capital. All that we are asking is allow us to work within the rules to achieve the objective. All right? So please, let's move on. I hereby move that the company be and is hereby authorized to allow, permit, enable, or provide or approve investors to acquire majority of the issued, unissued, need to be issued capital of the company at the consideration and upon which terms and conditions as the directors may deem fit in the interest of the company. Will a shareholder please rise to second the motion? Baba at the back. Yes, sir. Sorry, hold on, please. Hold on a second. Point of information.
With due respect, sir.
Yes.
I think this item 9, 1 to 4 are almost the same thing. So instead of voting one after the other, why not allow us or permit us to co-join everything so that we do it once and for all?
Thank you. Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So, please, let the gentleman wait so that I go to the next, and then we'll do it in one single vote. Thank you. Item 9.2. That the directors of the company be and hereby authorized to enter into, negotiate, execute, and deliver all agreements, deeds, forms, and documents as may be necessary for the completion of the said acquisition, including filing with the National Insurance Commission, Corporate Affairs Commission, Securities and Exchange Commission, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, and any other relevant regulatory body. Item 9.3. That the board is also allowed to authorize to do such acts and deeds as well as take all such steps, including but not limited to executing such agreements and documents, appointing professionals, advisors, and other parties, complying with directives of any regulatory authority which may be incidental, auxiliary, supplementary, or otherwise necessary to give full effect to the above resolutions and for the aforesaid purpose on behalf of the company. I hereby move. Sorry?
That's a different item. That's a different item.
I cannot move. I cannot add 9.4 to it, please.
It's different.
So you know, I'm the one that's moving, sir. I'm moving them together. So can I seek a seconder? I already called somebody who's been standing. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Lawal Wahab Olatunji. I rise to second that motion.
Thank you, sir. May I now call on the members to vote on the resolutions 1, 2, and 3 of item 9 by poll. I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up and the timer is on. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is up. The resolution is up on display. Please vote. Press 1 on your device for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 to abstain. The timer is still on. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,835,000 units in support of the vote, 1,000 units against the vote, which translates to 100% in support of the resolution and 0% against the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, registrars. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly moving on to our last item. Item number 9.4, that this meeting held on Tuesday, the 14th of October, 2025, be deemed to be the annual general meeting of the company for the year 2023. I hereby move that this meeting held on Tuesday, 14th of October, 2025, be deemed to be the annual general meeting of the company for the year 2023. Would the shareholder please stand rise and second the motion?
My name is Honorable Tajuddin Jimo. I so second.
Thank you, Honorable. May I now call on members to vote on the resolution by poll? I will hand over to the registrars to conduct the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The resolution is up for display and the timer is on. Please vote. Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no, and press 3 if you wish to abstain. The timer is on. Resolution is up on display. Esteemed shareholders, please vote. Press 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 to abstain. Voting has ended, and we have 3,269,400,000 431,000 units in favor of the resolution, and 3,000 units against the resolution, and 1,000 units abstained from the resolution. This translates to 100% in favor of the resolution, 0% against the resolution, and 0% abstained from the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, registers. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow shareholders, should there be any clarification sought or question, we may take it now. And since we've all agreed that we've had a beautiful meeting, and we're looking for a big and beautiful years to come, one that will begin to give us answers to our pocket. I hereby, ladies and gentlemen, inform you that this concludes the business of this year's annual general meeting. On behalf of the board, I thank you for attending this meeting and showing so much interest in your company's affairs. In concluding the session, may I call on Archbishop Alabajob, Emeritus, to say the closing prayers for us.
To be giving it to all, and whoever taking it should start moving now. Otherwise, we don't want any crowd, here in this place.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, once the meeting is concluded, kindly sit down, all right? And we'll come to you. Please, may we rise?
We give you thanks, Almighty and merciful Father, for your love and kindness, for your generosity, and for the orderliness you have granted us at this meeting. As we continue to move ahead, bless each and every one of us. Give success to the work of our hands. Grant that GNI will continue to improve and be a source of joy and happiness to the greater people of this nation. As we live here, we commit ourselves to your loving care. Guide us, direct us, give to each one what he or she desires. And may your blessing, that of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, descend, abide, and remain with each and every one of us today and all the days of our lives.
Thank you. Please remain standing while we take the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Thank you.
Our flag shall be our shield.
Thank you. Thank you. Please don't forget, remain seated. And I wish you all a safe trip to your destinations. God's favor and God's protection. Please sit down, please. Thank you. My brother, nice to see you. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your assistance. All right. Thank you, my brother. All right. stand up. Always. Always. Congratulations, my brother. Many to come.
Ó wò pé Suzy wo ló jókòó síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ó wò pé sísítà mi nìyẹn náà. Thank you.